Hi guys, I am so sorry. Oh, I have a lot of stuff I'm really running behind on, and also I'm making a lot of different like food stuff, so I'm gonna be like in and out here and there, and I'm so sorry. I got home late because I had to work over. How is everyone? Meow 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 meow. I got them timers running. Hey AJ, how are you? What's up?
I've got to take medicine.
Oh, go take your medicine. Yeah, I feel that. My current job's really awesome, but there are still, there's still days where it's like, oh my god, I can't wait to go home. Kinda, sorta. You do get a little burnt out at the end of the day. Yeah, I know exactly how that is. I love my coworkers that I work with now, but at my previous jobs, not so much. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the follow! Thank you so much, Dark Ghost! Welcome to the pancake nest! I will be right back, guys. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
Hey, it's okay. Chill out. It's fine.
Okay. I am back. For the most part. So, what did you want for Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or New Year's? I'll be singing a cappella songs, yes. I'll be singing Christmas songs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do. How much? Because it's like, oh my goodness, it's almost 2:30. Oh wow. It's late over at your place, huh? Give me just a moment. Wrong one. There we go. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 8:22 at night for me. So it's earlier. Let's see. Let's find a song. Here we go. Okay, sorry. I found a song. I'm gonna sing Let It Snow. We're starting to get a little bit of inclement weather, and I'm really hoping that instead of it being gross rain and sleet, I'm really hoping it'll dry up and be dry snow. My brother's doing good. He's behaving himself for the most part. So thank you for the contribution to the Dobby Mommy Voice Challenge.
Hey, babies.
The cats are being dumb. Anyways, I will give you purpose after I sing this song. Alright, now it is time for Let It Snow. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you'll really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh. Yeah, I hope that we get some real snow instead of like slushy sleet stuff. Blech. Let me find another song real quick while I've got a little bit of time. I got an idea. I can make a nice soft version of this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I probably blowing it out now. Can you guys hear me okay? Sorry, I didn't realize how loud it was. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna sing Deck the Halls now, which I know is very, very redundant, but that's okay. I like it anyway. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. I messed up. Oh no. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Throw the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. Oh, you deactivated your Twitter? It might be for the best. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of your tide treasure, fa la 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 la. I will be right back, guys. Give me just a moment. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Oh gosh, was that really loud? Let me check my phone real quick. I forgot I muted it. I am so sorry. I am so scuffed. Okay. Next I'm gonna be singing White Christmas. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Oh, thank you. Let's see if I got another one for you guys. Ooh, here's a good one. How about Silent Night? I could definitely do Silent Night. I listen Silent Night. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing Alleluia. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God loves your light. Radiant beams from thy holy face, with dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Sleep in heavenly peace. It's a pretty song. Oh, you know it in German? Oh, that's awesome. I'd like to be able to learn it sometime. I'm not very good with German though. Not very good at all for some reason. Oh no. Oh, oh. Okay. I don't think she was moving for a little bit there. Whoops. Okay. I will be right back and I'll have a couple more songs to sing and then I will move on to Christmas story. Short Christmas story. I'll be right back. Oh, wait, before I go. BRB. Okay. Hey, beauty. Milo. Milo's like, oh, yes, mommy. Do 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 do. I'm so sorry. Just got back. Hello. Thank you, Toasty, for coming in. How are ya? Assuming you're still here. Hope you're doing alright tonight. Sorry I'm a little MIA tonight. I was hoping that I'd get home a little sooner than I actually did. I had to work over, so I'm going back and forth cooking. We have a little potluck tomorrow. It's our little Christmas party at work. It's fun. It's super nice. I'm a sleepy too. But it's not sleep time. No, it is not sleep time for me. It is time to sleep. I have to figure out what I'm gonna sing. I think I got one. I got it. I'm gonna sing It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. Woohoo! What's my favorite outfit for my VTuber? Oh, it's hard to say. Because honestly, I like them. But I love having the red outfit for the winter time. And I like having the strawberry pink and white outfit for the spring and summer. And now, without further ado, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, take a look in the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish of Barney and Ben. Dolls that will talk and will go for a walk is the hopes of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, there's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your messed that up. I ran out of breath. Right within your heart. There we go. I got another song in me before I move to story time. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I like this one. This is a good one. Okay, one more. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all. With those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. Oh, it's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing with none when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glory. I keep messing that part up. I'm so sorry. I'll skip that part. That part's hard. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Did you hear Rosie? Rosie? What? You wanna sing with mommy? Rosie. Her's being a baby doll.
Oh my goodness. This is a baby. She's a baby. She's my baby.
Okay, I'll be right back again, guys. I gotta go do my thing again, and then I'll be back. Oh no! You scraped your leg on the coffee table? Oh no, I hate that so much. It happens to me too. Uh-oh, I hear my phone. Hey, knucklehead! You hear my phone? Can you get me my phone? I'm streaming. That's why it's going out on my phone. I have my phone stream on in the other room, and I didn't realize like the volume was still on. Thank you. Look at me. Sorry, that was not so ASMR. Like I just farted in the middle of the library. You know. Just another day in my life. I'm a silly kitty. Excuse me. Ooh, I've got a good story to read. So now that it's story time, let's read. Hold on just a sec. Oh my gosh, my brother's freaking out in the other room. The Elves and the Shoemaker. Yeah. Hold on a second. Sorry guys. I am multitasking big time. Alright. So now I'm going to read to you guys The Elves and the Shoemaker. This is a Brothers Grimm fairy tale. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm almost ready, sorry. There was once a shoemaker who worked very hard and was very honest. Still, he could not earn enough to live upon, and at last all he had in the world was gone, save just leather enough to make one pair of shoes. Then he cut his leather out, all ready to make up the next day, meaning to rise early in the morning to his work. His conscience was clear and his heart light amidst all his troubles. So he went peacefully to bed, left all his cares to heaven, and soon fell asleep. In the morning after he had said his prayers, he sat himself down to his work, when to his great wonder... Hold on. Sorry. In the morning after he had said his prayers, he sat himself down to his work, when, to his great wonder, there stood the shoes already made upon the table. The good man knew not what to say or think at such an odd thing happening. He looked at the workmanship. There was not one false stitch in the whole job. All was so neat and true that it was quite a masterpiece. Hey, Chungus, I told you I'm streaming. The same day, a customer came in, and the shoes suited him so well that he willingly paid a price higher than usual for them. The poor shoemaker, with the money, bought leather enough to make 2 pairs more. In the evening, he cut out the work and went to bed early, that he might get up and begin the next day, but he was saved all the trouble, for when he got up in the morning, the work was done ready to his hand. Soon in came buyers, who paid him handsomely for his goods, so that he bought leather enough for 4 pair more. He cut out the work again overnight and found it done in the morning as before. So it went on for some time. What was got ready in the evening was always done by daybreak, and the good man soon became thriving and well off. One evening, about Christmas time, as he and his wife were sitting over the fire chatting together, he said to her, "I should like to sit up and watch tonight, so that we may see who it is that comes and does the work for me." The wife liked the thought. So they left a light burning, hid themselves in a corner of the room behind a curtain that was hung up there, and watched what would happen. As soon as it was midnight, there came 2 little elves. As they sat themselves upon the shoemaker's bench, took up all the work that was cut out, and began to ply with their little fingers, stitching and wrapping and tapping away at such a rate that the shoemaker was all wonder, could not take his eyes off them. And on they went, till the job was quite done, and the shoes stood ready for use upon the table. This was long before daybreak, and then they bustled away as quick as lightning. The next day, the wife said to the shoemaker, "These little wights have made us rich, and we ought to be thankful to them, and do them a good turn if we can. I am quite sorry to see them run about as they do, and indeed it is not very decent, for they have nothing upon their backs to keep off the cold. I'll tell you what. I'll make them each of them a shirt, coat, waistcoat, and pair of pantaloons, and you make each of them a little pair of shoes." The thought pleased the good cobbler very much, and one evening, when all the things were ready, they laid them on the table, instead of the work that they used to cut out, and then went and hid themselves to watch what the little elves would do. About midnight in they came, dancing and skipping, hopped round the room, and then went to sit down to their work as usual. But when they saw the clothes lying for them, they laughed and chuckled, and seemed mightily delighted. Then they dressed themselves in the twinkling of an eye, and danced and capered and sprang about as merry as could be, till at last they danced out the door, and away over the green. The good couple saw them no more, but everything went well with them from that time forward, as long as they lived. I love that story. It is such a cute and sweet story. I love it. It is so nice. I hope you guys liked it too. got another story for you guys. This one's really sweet. You accidentally called your girlfriend mommy. That's fair. Other people call me mommy too. Which is all the more reason why we have to meet that dummy mommy voice goal. Don't forget to contribute your weapons to me, okay? I'm laying on thick tonight. I'll behave. So, which list am I on this year again? Nice or naughty? I'm silly. Here's another story for you guys. A Christmas Tree by Charles Dickens. Ooh, that egg's ugly. I'm working on some deviled eggs. Oh, I do need to stretch, huh? Give me just a sec, and then I will start reading. No. Excuse me. Okay, thank you. I did stretch, I promise. Yeah. It's usually I try to go to bed around this time, but I'm gonna stay a little bit longer just in case. How about you get cozy and listen to me read A Christmas Tree by Charles Dickens? I have been looking on this evening at a merry company of children assembled round that pretty German toy, the Christmas tree. The tree was planted in the middle of a great round table and towered high above their heads. It was brilliantly lighted by a multitude of little tapers, and everywhere sparkled and glittered with bright objects. There were rosy-cheeked dolls hiding behind the green leaves, and there were real watches, with movable hands at least, and an endless capacity of being wound up. Dangling from innumerable twigs, there were French polished tables, chairs, bedsteads, wardrobes, eighth-day clocks, and various other articles of domestic furniture, wonderfully made in tin, at Wolverhampton. Perched among the boughs, as if in preparation for some fairy housekeeping. There were jolly, broad-faced little men, much more agreeable in appearance than many real men, and no wonder, for their heads took off and showed them to be full of sugar plums. There were fiddles and drums, there were tambourines, books, work boxes, paint boxes, sweetmeat boxes, peep show boxes, and all kinds of boxes. There were trinkets for the elder girls, far brighter than any grown-up gold and jewels. There were baskets and pincushions and all devices. There were guns, swords, and banners. There were witches standing in enchanted rings of pasteboard to tell fortunes. There were teetotums, humming tops, needle cases, pen wipers, smelling bottles, conversation cards, bouquet holders, real fruit, made artificially dazzling with gold leaf, imitation apples, pears, and walnuts, crammed with surprises. In short, as pretty as a pretty child before me delightedly whispered to another pretty child, her bosom friend.
There was everything and more.
And this motley collection of odd objects, clustering on the tree like magic fruit, and flashing back the bright looks directed towards it from every side. Some of the diamond eyes admiring it were hardly on a level with the table, and a few were languishing in timid wonder on the bosoms of pretty mothers, aunts, and nurses, made a lively realization of the fancies of childhood, and set me thinking how all the trees that grow and all the things that come into existence on the earth have their wild adornments at that well-remembered time. Being now at home again and alone, the only person in the house awake, my thoughts are drawn back by a fascination which I do not care to resist to my own childhood. I begin to consider, what do we all remember best upon the branches of the Christmas tree of our own young Christmas days by which we climbed to real life? Straight in the middle of the room, cramped in the freedom of its growth by no encircling walls or soon-reaching ceiling, a shadowy tree arises. And looking up into the dreamy brightness of its top, for I observe in this tree the singular property that appears to grow downwards towards the earth, I look into my youngest Christmas recollections. All toys at first, I find. Up yonder, among the green holly and red berries, is the tumbler with his hands in his pockets, who wouldn't lie down, but whenever he was put upon the floor, persisted in rolling his fat body about until he rolled himself still, and brought those lobster eyes of his to bear upon me, when I affected to laugh very much, but in my heart of hearts was extremely doubtful of him. Close beside him is that infernal snuff-box, out of which there sprang a demoniacal counselor in a black gown, with an obnoxious head of hair and a red cloth mouth, wide open, who was not to be endured on any terms, but could not be put away either. For he used suddenly, in a high magnified state, to fly out of the mammoth snuff boxes in dreams, when least expected. Nor is the frog with cobbler's wax on his tail far off, for there was no knowing where he wouldn't jump. And when he flew over the candle and came upon one's hand with that spotted back, red on a green ground, he was horrible. The cardboard lady in a blue silk skirt who was stood up against the candlestick to dance, and whom I see on the same branch, was milder and was beautiful. But I can't say as much for the larger cardboard man, who used to be hung against the wall and pulled by a string. There was a sinister expression in that nose of his, and when he got his legs round his neck, which he very often did, he was ghastly, and not a creature to be alone with. When did that dreadful mask first look at me? Who put it on, and why was I so frightened that the sight of it is an error in my life? It is not a hideous visage in itself. It is even meant to be droll. Why, then, were its solid features so intolerable? Surely not because it hid the wearer's face. An apron would have done as much, and though I should have preferred even the apron away, it would not have been absolutely insupportable like the mask. Was it immovability of the mask. The doll's face was immovable, but I was not afraid of her. Oh, thank you so much, AJ. I hope you get some good rest, okay? Remember, 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight, okay? Mwah. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time, okay? And if I don't see you before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. Perhaps that fixed and set change coming over a real face infused into my quickened heart some remote suggestion and dread of the universe change that is to come on every face and make it still. Nothing reconciled me to it. No drummers from whom proceed at melancholy chirping on the turning of a handle. No regiment of soldiers with a mute band taken out of a box and fitted one by one upon a stiff and lazy little set of lazy tongs. No old woman made of wires and a brown paper composition cutting up a pie for 2 small children could give me a permanent comfort for a long time. Nor was it any satisfaction to be shown the mask and see that it was made of paper, or to have it locked up and be assured that no one wore it. The mere recollection of that fixed face, the mere knowledge of its existence anywhere, was sufficient to awake me in the night, all perspiration and horror, with, "Oh, I know it's coming! Oh, the mask!" I never wondered what the dear old donkey with the pan ears. There he is! Oh, it was made of then. His hide was real to the touch, I recollect. And the great black horse with the round red spots all over him. The horse that I could even get upon. I never wondered what had brought him to that strange condition, or thought that such a horse was not commonly seen at Newmarket. The 4 horses of no color next to him that went into the wagon of cheeses and could be taken out and stabled under the piano appeared to have bits of fur tippet for their tails, and other bits for their manes, and to stand on pegs instead of legs. But it was not so when they were brought home for a Christmas present. They were all right then. Neither was their harness unceremoniously nailed into their chests, as appears to be the case now. The tinkling works of the music cart I did find out to be made of quill toothpicks and wire. And I always thought that little tumbler in his shirt sleeves, perpetually swarming up one side of a wooden frame and coming down head foremost on the other, rather a weak-minded person, though good-natured. But the Jacob's ladder next to him, made of little squares of red wood that went flapping and clattering over one another, each developing a different picture, and the whole enlivened by small bells, was a mighty marvel and a great delight. Ah, the doll's house, of which I was not proprietor, but where I visited. I don't admire the Houses of Parliament half so much as that stone-fronted mansion with real glass windows and doorsteps, and a real balcony, greener than I ever see now, except all watering places. And even they afford but a poor imitation. And though it did open all at once, the entire house, front, which was a blow, I admit, as cancelling the fiction of a staircase, it was but to shut it up again, and I could believe. Even open, there were 3 distinct rooms in it. A sitting room and bedroom, elegantly furnished, and best of all, a kitchen, with uncommonly soft fire irons, a plentiful assortment of diminutive utensils, the warming pan, and a tin man cook in profile, who was always going to fry 2 fish. What Barmecide justice have I done to the noble feasts wherein the set of wooden platters figured, each with its own peculiar delicacy, as a ham or turkey glued tight onto it, and garnished with something green, which I recollect as moss. Could all the temperance societies of these later days, united, give me such a tea drinking as I have had through the means of yonder little set of blue crockery, which really would hold liquid? It ran out of the small wooden cask, I recollect, and tasted of matches. Ew. And which made tea, nectar. And if the two legs of the ineffectual little sugar tongs did tumble over one another and want purpose, like Punch's hands, what does it matter? And if I did once shriek out, as a poisoned child, and strike the fashionable company with consternation, by reason of having to drink a little teaspoon, inadvertently dissolved into too hot tea, I was never the worse for it except by a powder. Upon the next branches of the tree, lower down, hard by the green roller and miniature gardening tools, how thick the books begin to hang. Thin books in themselves at first, but many of them, and with deliciously smooth covers of bright red or green. What fat black letters to begin with. A was an archer and shot at a frog. Of course he was. He was an apple pie also, and there he is. He was a good many things in his time. Was A, and so were most of his friends. Except X, who had so little versatility that I never knew him to get beyond Circe or Xantippe. Like Y, who was always confined to a yacht or a yew tree. And Z, condemned forever to be a zebra or a zany. But now the very tree itself changes and becomes a beanstalk. The marvelous bean, stalk up with which Jack climbed to the giant's house. And now those dreadfully interesting double-headed giants, with their clubs over their shoulders, begin to stride along the boughs in a perfect throng, dragging knights and ladies home for dinner by the hair of their heads. And Jack, how noble, with his sword of sharpness and his shoes of swiftness. Again those old meditations come upon me as I gaze up at him, and I debate within myself whether there was more than one Jack, which I am loth to believe possible, or only one genuine, original, admirable Jack who achieved all the recorded exploits. I will be right back, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry, guys. This story is a little longer than I thought it was gonna be. I don't think I'll actually... I don't know if I'll actually finish this one. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Milo, no. Sorry, guys. Milo. Down. You're being bad, little boy. Sorry, guys. This is really long, so I think I'm going to switch to a different story. Oh yeah, there's 18 pages. Here we go. Here's a good story. Here's a short story, A Letter from Santa Claus by Mark Twain. Mark Twain wrote this letter to his 3-year-old daughter from Santa Claus in 1875. Palace of St. Nicholas in the moon Christmas morning. My dear Susie Clemens, I have received and read all the letters which you and your little sister have written me. I can read your and your baby sister's jagged and fantastic marks without any trouble at all. But I had trouble with those letters which you dictated through your mother and the nurses, for I am a foreigner and cannot read English writing well. You will find that I made no mistakes about the things which you and the baby ordered in your own letters. I went down your chimney at midnight when you were asleep and delivered them all myself, and kissed both of you too. But there were 1 or 2 small orders which I could not fill because we ran out of stock. There was a word or two in your mamma's letter which I took to be a trunk full of doll's clothes. Is that it? I will call at your kitchen door about 9 o'clock in this morning to inquire. But I must not see anybody, and I must not speak to anybody but you. When the kitchen doorbell rings, George must be blindfolded and sent to the door. You must tell George he must walk on tiptoe and not speak. Otherwise he will die someday. Then you must go up to the nursery and stand on a chair or the nurse's bed and put your ear to the speaking tube that leads down to the kitchen. And when I whistle through it, you must speak in the tube and say, "Welcome, Santa Claus." Then I will ask whether it was a trunk you ordered or not. If you say it was, I shall ask you what color you want the trunk to be. Then you must tell me every single thing in detail which you want the trunk to contain. Then, when I say goodbye and a Merry Christmas to my little Susie Clemens, you must say, "Goodbye, good old Santa Claus. I thank you very much." Then you must go down into the library and make George close all the doors that open into the main hall. And everybody must keep still for a little while. I will go to the moon and get those things, and in a few minutes, I will come down to the chimney that belongs to the fireplace that is in the hall. If it is a trunk you want. Because I couldn't get such a thing as a trunk down the nursery's chimney, you know. If I should leave any snow in the hall, you must tell George to sweep it into the fireplace, for I haven't time to do such things. George must not use a broom, but a rag, else he will die some day. If my boot should leave a stain on the marble, George must not wholly stone it away. Leave it there always in memory of my visit. And whenever you look at it or show it to anybody, you must let it remind you to be a good little girl. Wherever you are naughty, and someone points to that mark which your good old Santa Claus's boot made on the marble, what will you say, little sweetheart? It's so cute. Except the kind of morbid, "Oh, he has to do this, or else he will die." He will die someday if he doesn't. He'll die someday. But anyways. Okay, babes. It is time for me to go to bed now. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to be here the whole night, but Thursday I will be caught up with everything, so I will definitely be here Thursday. Okay, guys, you know the drill. If you haven't had din-dins yet, you better go get some din-dins now. And don't forget about your bi-daily dental hygiene regimen. First, you have to brush or floss your teeth. No, floss them first. Then brush your teeth. And then rinse with mouthwash in that very, very particular order. Make sure that you get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. Don't skimp out on your sleep, okay? I know we're really excited for Santa Claus, but if you don't sleep, he won't come. And then, don't forget brekkie. You gotta get some brekkie. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You can grab a little donut or something, get a cup of coffee or hot cocoa, whatever your morning brew is. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you Thursday evening, okay? And if I don't for whatever reason, make sure you guys have a wonderful Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, holiday, and New Year, okay? And don't forget my birthday's coming up soon. January 3rd. Alright, I love you, babes. I'll see you Thursday. Night, night.